Are we ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Okay. Hey guys. So yeah, we're back with another video, and we promised you guys we are committed to this channel.
Back with another video,
baby.
Who's that?
Oh, it's Sugar. We're just basically going to have a nice little interesting conversation, and I'm going to let you kind of start off with the topic.
Well, you got to help me with the show. What is the show that we were watching?
Okay, so I was watching OWN and a show called, what is it?
Infidelity. It was
Unfaithful Stories of Infidelity, something like that. And they were running like these shows all day, like they had a marathon. So I was like really wrapped up in this.
Let me tell y'all about your girl.
Oh God! Don't tell nothing that you didn't ask permission to tell. No, just like
Alicia, when she sits down to watch these shows, she got to watch the whole season. And,
oh yeah.
And I don't have a choice to sit there and watch it with her.
No.
So I enjoy it though. But so anyway, we're sitting here watching all of the episodes of Unfaithful. And you know what was interesting was all of the stories had very similar issues in their marriage that led up to the infidelity.
Right.
So it got us to talking and thinking like, well, you know, how we need to do our own little vital check. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you know, to make sure that we're not going down that path. So there were a couple of things that we talked about that we wanted to share with you guys and also get your thoughts. So one thing that came up a lot was one of the spouses worked a lot. And they did, both men and women that cheated.
But what was so funny is it was the whole, one of the spouses was out a lot,
right,
and then the other spouse was at home and heavily involved with what was going on with home, whether was taking care of the home, taking care of the children. So they both were occupied with other things, right, you know, outside of their marriage. Right.
So I was at work the other day and they had a video. It was actually about work, but it was called, I think it was Stephen Covey, and it was, the name of the video was called Whirlwind. And it made me think about relationships, because the concept was when people get at work, they get so caught up in the everyday things of managing the day-to-day stuff that they don't really have time to work on the longer term, more important things. And those things tend to fall by the wayside. And what it made me think about is in a relationship that often happens. I mean, mom is chauffeuring the kids back and forth. She's doing laundry, and that's not, you know, dinner. She's cooking, she's
cleaning the house.
I mean, all of these things, and then she got to work a full-time job in a lot of cases, and then she get home and she got to deal with her husband, you know. And
then the husband too. He's out, committed to his job, managing, or he has a company. He's out and about and heavily busy outside of the home, you know, providing for the family.
And I think we can relate in a lot of ways. I think in certain challenges that we've had earlier in our marriage, that was something that we had to ultimately sit down and talk about, so that we didn't end up going down that path.
And it's easy, you know, as a woman, you know, when you have children, it's so easy to fall into a mother role, and sometimes you forget that you're a wife. I think that's something that I can speak on, because I think I was at that point before in the beginning of our marriage. I just wanted to be the best mom possible, and that's so natural, and you want to keep the house clean, you want to cook, you want to make sure the kids are taken care of, and by the end of the day you're just totally exhausted, and you forget, you know, that, oh my gosh, not only am I a mother, I'm a wife. You forget about, you know, your husband's needs. And what's so funny about saying that is some people like, well, my husband's needs, that's not the most important thing, you know. But you know, it is important, and it's not intentional. You just want to give to your kids, and you're trying to be your best, and the husband is sometimes like, well, he goes down the priority list. And you know, it's not your intentions, but it's like, well, he's here, he's in the contract, and he's not going anywhere, at least, you know, you think so. Right.
You know, first, a couple of things I want to clarify though. there are some infidelities, and then we'll have a whole nother video about this, that it's nobody's, I don't want anybody to take it on as their fault, because there's some infidelity. There's some infidelity that you're just not going to be able to prevent, because there's some other issues going on there.
Within him or her.
So we're not talking about that. Yeah. What we're talking about is a very healthy couple that, you know, there are no other underlying issues. They just busy, and they didn't intend for it to be this way, but they look up 2 years down the road and they're like, wait a minute, we ain't spending no time together.
Right.
I'm starting to look a little too long at these other chicks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so.
That's what a lot of the stories was like. That so, you know, so funny. And in a lot of the situations, the woman didn't even, she was so occupied with other things that she didn't even realize how late her husband was working. Several of those situations, I don't even know my husband's work schedule. He said he went out of town for business. I don't even know where he went. And I mean, over 2 years have passed by. You have no idea what company your husband is working for or something. You know, it was crazy like that. It's like nobody is paying attention.
Right.
Nobody, not even him.
Right.
Or her.
Yeah. Now, so some of the things that I feel like that we've done, not always, we tried to, but I think we've been a lot more consistent in our later years of being married. So we've always made a conscious effort to spend time together. And when I say spend time together, I'm talking about, you know, just me and her. Like, even if it's like coffee, you know, it doesn't have to be a, you know, a very expensive dinner or anything like that. Just some quality time, like once a week, has been very important for us. I think it's been extremely important.
It's been great. You know, you can always, like, when we get really, really busy and we're not spending that time together, like, you can always tell. It's like a disconnect that happens, and it becomes so easy to just do the pass-bys, where you just, okay, I'm going this way, you're going that way. And when we make a conscious effort to, when we're going out for, you know, eating every weekend and snacking, whatever we're doing, meeting, like, it's just completely different. Like, we're on cloud nine. We're like, we just started dating. It's like that every day. So it's like going to church on Sunday. You know, you need that refill. You know what I'm saying? And it gets you back excited. So.
Can I get a refill?
Refill.
We feel like singing today. Another thing that I thought about, and I think a lot of this led to my weight loss, is, and I know somebody gonna be like, that is not important, but I'm just gonna put it out there anyway. I think appearances are very important. My wife loved me regardless of what I looked like, and I firmly believe that it was unconditional, but I wanted to make an effort to look better. You know, and I'm not just talking about weight, I'm talking about how I dress, you know, how I smell. Men have this tendency to come home and, you know, we just got from the gym and we don't want to take a shower. You know, let's just be real now. We have, you know, I try, because in the beginning, let's be real now, in the beginning, there were a lot of things that you did or that we did and didn't do that all of a sudden you get married, you're farting around each other and, you know, it's like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that those things, there's anything wrong with those things, but I mean, you know, sometimes when you've been married for a while, you tend to not pay so much attention to those things. And I'm saying, like, listen, you know, I wanted to, you know, even if I wouldn't have lost the weight, I could dress better. Even if, you know, I can make sure that my breath don't stink or I'm not farting. I mean, you know, I keep saying, but I'm just saying these are things that happen in marriages. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so
very true. And I totally, like, you know, I'm very conscious of that. And like, right now, I did not put this makeup on for the camera. I just put my makeup and I did my hair because I like when he sees me looking, you know, really cute. Now, I know he loves me regardless, but I like to get dressed up and I like to look nice even if I'm not going anywhere. It just keeps it exciting because, you know, when you're together for so long, it's so easy to get comfortable. But when you feel sexy, when you feel sexy, I mean, you just want to be all over your significant other and they want to be all over you because you're looking sexy.
And I don't think we've ever talked about it, but we both like put perfume and cologne on before we go to bed.
We do.
Like, you know, because it's like that was the stuff you did in the beginning. Why should you do it now? So I guess my point is, before anybody gets upset, it's more about the things that you did to get that person. I think you should also do to, you know, as your marriage progresses.
Now, if they go out and cheat, that's on them. That has nothing to do with you. But we're just, what this video is about is just some of the things you can do to keep it spicy, to keep it good, to keep making that effort.
So yeah, one more thing. One more. So we have this thing. I'm gonna call it
You're scaring me.
Make-A-Wish Day. Well, I'm going to share it because I think it's important. We have a day where, and it's not all sexual, but it's where she has to do what I want her to do within reason. Like, I can't, you know, because it's a trust thing, so I can't ask her to do something that I know is off the, you know, off limits or whatever. And we vice versa. Okay. Now, let me tell you why I think this is good and why I'm bringing it up now. Is because what I found from it, I didn't know this was going to come out from it. I think at first it came from kind of a coupon book you bought me for my birthday or something. And, you know, are you turning red?
What more are you going to
I think what I learned from it, though, that it really helped me to understand some of the things. And again, this is outside of, it's not a sexual thing. It was more about me learning some of the things that she liked. Like, you know, and some of it had nothing to do with anything that I thought. I was like, wow. So I think that little game that we play is very helpful. What would you say after you stop turning red?
No, you know, when you first introduced me to the game, I was just kind of like, what's the whole, you know, point of this, you know, was a little, you know, but when you explained to me the reasoning behind it, I was like, yeah, that's true. Like, I get to know I get to know the things that you like, and you get to know the things that I like, because sometimes, you know, it is difficult to express that. So it's an opportunity to get to know a little bit more, and it's easier to be honest about those things and to open up about those things.
So yeah, so it was a lot of fun. It was very eye-opening, and I really think that it's something that has helped us understand more about each other. Because when she asked certain things, I was like, I didn't even know you like that, you know. So yeah, but it's that's not.
I just know people are gonna be thinking like.
Well, y'all can think whatever you're gonna think. We grown, y'all grown. So let's move on. But I really do think it was important to have, even if you have a version where it's like, you know, it may be.
So what we're saying, it doesn't have to all be sexual, and what we're saying is not all sexual, even though I know, you know, there are some sexual parts to it. I mean, and we can admit that we're grown adults, we have 2 children, we're married. There is some sexual parts to it, but it's not all sexual. There are other things that you can do for your partner. So I just wanted to.
And I think the other side of that too is the part, if you're the person that's making the wishes, there is an element of trust that you don't portray, and the person is surprised at the end of the day, like, wow, you didn't ask me to do anything crazy, when, you know, that's usually the fear in the beginning. So I think it's something that we've had a lot of fun with. But that was everything that we felt that we do to kind of keep things interesting, to keep us engaged in our relationship. But we like for you guys to share, what are you doing? What do you think about the topic? And we read every comment. We really do.
So leave them down in the comment section below, and we appreciate you guys for watching this video. Give us a
thumbs up.
Thumbs up. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. But it was a very rocky relationship. He did have a very bad drug problem that he still to this day struggles with.
So I think what makes our marriage interesting is that we had to really do our homework. Like we studied about marriage, we studied about being parents, because like I say, we didn't have the examples that you know, and who does? I don't know if anybody does.
I think that's powerful what you're saying.